I thought it was a brilliant event so far. It's been very different to other events. Spent a lot more time speaking to people during curated meetings rather than having to go out and try and introduce yourself and work out who's the best person to speak to. The one-to-one meetings have been super useful for us today. We've met some really interesting people that ordinarily I wouldn't have been able to get in front of. I think out of the 6 meetings we've had today, we will definitely be moving forward with 3 people we've met. So for us, the return on investment is second to none. The preparation was really good. The location is amazing. The hotel is really good. It's unlike a normal conference. It's much higher level.
The intimacy of a conversation like the one that is being done now on the background is more efficient than just big shows. I'm quite a fan of it, so that's why we are here. More intimate meetings with customers or potential customers rather than attending global big shows. And I think it works. You've been able to gather a good bunch of companies that are talking the same language that we do. For us, the most important thing is that people get to know what we have to say. And I have the feeling that we've been successful in establishing that.
The quality of delegates is one of the things that really stands out about the Millennium Alliance. The people that come here are very high level. You really need to have that insight that your customer, the challenges and opportunities they're facing, to be able to bring the best solutions to them. So I think quality of meetings that you get out of these sessions is really first rate. I think some of the best I've seen in the industry, quite frankly. So really, really good.
We have had nothing but a perfect experience. I've had more meaningful and impactful conversations than I have at any other conference that I've ever been to. The way that Millennium put it together, we were able to see the delegates that were attending in advance and see what their specific priorities were so that we could prioritize meetings that were important for us, but also important for them as well. So really, really good conversations kind of across the board because of all of that prep work that goes into it. The other people that attended with me literally said this is the best event he's been to in his entire career, let alone at IDME. So it's been good. Very good.
This has been one of, if not the most fruitful experiences in terms of building our pipeline of prospects. It just so happens that a lot of the business that we've developed in our company's life have come from events that Millennium Alliance put together. So I really am a big believer in the smaller, more intimate quality of an event like this, and a big believer in Millennium Alliance to do that well.
What's been great about Millennium is taken most of the work out of it for us. And it's a great event, it's a great location, the team's done a great job. But I think the ROI for us is the meetings have been incredibly valuable. I think one of the things, in a post-COVID world is that concept of like having real in-person relationships with your customers and your peers. And so I think an event like this that isn't the 100,000 people, that has like-minded folks that are here to learn, here to collaborate, and here to build those relationships. We're a huge fan, and so appreciate everything you guys are doing, and we'll definitely be back.
When you come to a Millennium Alliance, what you get is intimacy and collaboration and real understanding and exchanges. It helps us understand what's most important to them and how we can be useful and helpful to their initiatives. And you're not going to get that in a trade show, but you will get that here.
We go to a lot of conferences where we have to sponsor the event. We have to build a booth. We have to spend, thousands of dollars on the booth itself. And then we hope that we can, and then we send emails out. We hope people come by the booth to talk to us. Here, there's 80 to 90 people that we know that are coming. We want to talk to them. They're going to talk to us, and we have one-on-one meetings, and then we get to grade the meetings afterwards, which is just absolutely invaluable. So we're a big proponent. We love Millennium. We've been doing it for almost 6 years now. We're going to continue to work with you.
It's a wonderful way of building pipeline. It's very targeted. So this is the opposite of like the shotgun approach. We're going to go to a giant trade show and we're going to hope that people go in and remember us, and everybody takes care of you, and these are in incredible locations.
One of the reasons why we selected Millennium, it was real simple. We had spent a lot of our marketing budget the last couple of years going to these very large events. And what we found is we had a lot of conversations, but they're not necessarily with the buyer profile, a CXO, a leader, a CIO, a CTO, a chief digital, chief data. What I found the last couple of days is every single one of our conversations was with somebody that had a need, and we end up having great conversations, and there was a lot of synergies between what we can do in terms of how we help them. And people like the idea of intimacy. It's how you get to know somebody, you like them, you trust them, and then end up in a commercial relationship. And you can do that in a way when you have a smaller audience and you get into that one-on-one routine to figure out if there's synergies between what the customer needs and what we provide. So just thinking through the last couple of days, and I don't think they could have gone better.
The majority of the delegates and prospects that we're interacting with are exactly who we want to talk to. We have guaranteed meetings. We have decision makers that sit down in front of us. At a trade show, it's hit and miss. You may or may not get those meetings. You may or may not be talking to the right person. You're doing it for the same expense. So if you're looking to be efficient about your marketing spend, trying to commercialize and convert prospects into customers, this is a much better value. It's a much better opportunity. And candidly, we're not publicizing it as much because we don't want our competition to find out about it.
Working with Millennium Alliances and the value that we're after, it's different than going into big expo. Here, it's very much focused on spending time to meet the right clients, having 10, 12, 13 meetings, and the team here helped us to do even more than that. It was overwhelming, I think, because I didn't feel like I'm just another sponsor, right, to be part of this. If at the end of the day, we'll get to the point that we'll have one logo, it's more than worth it.